This is what if Issei was the son of Dante. This is going to be a bit different, and Issei will not look anything like he does in canon. Also, I don't particularly plan on making him a devil, fallen angel, or angel, so yeah. Well, in a way, he's going to be a devil, just not the kind of devil that everybody else is, like Rias and all them. Anyhow, so from a young age, Issei, who has the appearance of a brown-skinned boy with white hair and red eyes, along with a scar under his left eye. It's a small scar, nothing too major. From his younger age, Issei would have been a child soldier due to the country he would have been living in. Now, Dante, from Devil May Cry, of course, he would have had a encounter with Issei's mother, which would have caused Issei's birth. Of course, Dante was not aware of this because when Dante was there, he was just looking for some fun, if you will, in the country he was in while he was hunting a devil or demon, whatever. Anyhow, Issei, from a young age, would have hated a lot of things. Weapons, for one, and being told what to do. At the age of 6, Issei's mother would have died in an attack on his village, and he would have been kidnapped and turned into a child soldier. No. We begin this what if as we see Issei. He would be standing in a large battlefield. Bodies littered the entire area. The smell of smoke could be seen, or the smell of smoke would be present, as well as blood. A lot of blood. Large fires would be seen and craters filled with charred marks. Young Issei, who was at the age of 10, his white hair quite long, going down to in front of his eyes slightly. He would have his red eyes rather dull. He would simply be standing there, looking around at his surroundings, noting at how he did some of this. At a young age, he figured out that he had a lot more physical ability than most grown men. He was capable of good flexibility as well as endurance, and overall, his physical ability is that of a superhuman. This made him even more valuable to his holders, I'll call them. Not his boss or anything. He has no freedom whatsoever. Now, as we see Issei standing there, a helicopter could be seen flying down. One of the doors opening to reveal a woman with white hair and blue eyes. She's rather pale and somewhat petite but tall, not too tall, accompanied by a few others. A very tall woman with short brown hair, in the style of that of Raven, I would say. she would have an eye patch over one of her eyes, as her other yellow eye could be seen. She would be wearing a black crop top, or tank top, black tank top, sorry, with camo pants. Over it would be a black jacket. On another side of the woman would be a man, an elderly man, but not elderly to the point of the incapability to do anything physical or taxing on the body. He would have a cigarette in his mouth, as he'd be wearing a light blue polo shirt with cargo pants and boots, as he would be holding an assault rifle. Nothing specific, because I'm not good with weapons and guns. I don't know how to describe them or call them. Now, as Issei would take these people in, he would see even more dark-skinned man with glasses and short hair. He would also be wearing a cargo shirt like the other man, but it would be green, and he'd be wearing black pants and boots. He would also be holding a weapon, just another assault rifle. Other people would be there as well, though I don't feel like describing them, because that's just a pain. Issei would just kind of look at them with no emotion on his face. The woman would stop in front of Issei as now, keep in mind, Issei's name isn't Issei. It's actually Jonathan Marr. Though I call him Issei because it'd just be a lot easier and it would be less confusing. So, just think that his name is Jonathan, or Jonah. The woman would then look down at Issei as she would say, "What is your name, boy?" Issei would look up, My name is Jonathan Marr," with an emotionless tone. The woman would smirk and say, "Tell me, Jonah, how would you like to join me?" Jonah would say, "Who are you specifically?" The woman would do a rather dramatic pose and introduction as she would place her hand on her chest, as she would have a proud smile as she would say, "My name is Coco, Coco Hekamatio." Jonah would nod as he would say, "I see. It is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Hekamatio, but I must decline, as I do not have that choice to go where I so please." Coco would have a frown slightly, but then say, "Don't worry there, Jonah. Your superiors are dead, removed, so you have all the freedom you could want." As Jonah would be thinking about this, he would accept ultimately, as he didn't have anything or anywhere to go, so he just decided to choose to join Coco. Now, we time skip to about the age of 15 for Jonah, or Issei. He would have long white hair that would go down to the back of his neck, or his neck in general. His red eyes would still be the same dull look, have the same dull look, and he would have the same scar and a few new ones that were unnoticeable. He would be dressed in a black leather coat with a white shirt, a white dress shirt, opened up at the top, revealing parts of his chest. He would have a black armor plating, light armor plating, covering part of his abdomen. This vest would also have knives holstered into certain areas. Jonah would be wearing a pair of black pants with black boots, black steel-toed boots. He would also be wearing a necklace. It would have a silver chain with a red crystal on it. Something that his mother gave him, but he didn't wear. As Jonah would enter a room, he would look and see Coco at her desk as he would sit down. Now, over the years, Jonah has learned some information about the Hekamatiers and Coco herself. And that fact is that she is a devil. Not like a demon, but a devil. Not really sure how to explain that. He also would have figured out that she's related to the original devil, Lucifer. Her family is close to... Her family is the Lucifuge clan. Her brother, Casper, Hekamatier, and some other family members within the clan are all very, how to describe it, very strange, as the Hekamatier family is only really the Lucifuge family, though they use the name Hekamatier for the human world, and they go under the alias of weapon dealers. Jonah would sit down at the desk in front of Coco, as Coco would say, "Ah, Jonah, you're here. Well, I don't know how to say this, but you're being let go." Jonah would have a shocked look for a moment before returning to impassiveness. He would then say, "Are my abilities unsatisfactory?" Coco would look at Jonah and say, "Not at all. Simply, we want you to become a freelancer, to do what you choose to do in the world." Jonah would ponder this, seemingly, as he would say, "I see. Is there a reason for this?" Coco would look at Jonah and say, "Well, for the past few years, you have done very well to serve my family and I, so I simply want you to have some freedom." Jonah would just nod as he would stand and say, "I see. Well, then I will see you another time, Coco," as he would exit the room. We time skip about a month later. We see Jonah as he would be roaming the streets of a city with all of his gear on him. He would walk past a store with, or a building with the letters upon it. Sorry, hiccup. With the letters upon it of spelling out "Devil May Cry." Jonah would look at it for a minute, as he would then walk inside of the building. Not really sure as to why, but he felt some sort of connection to the building. He would enter to see a rather interesting interior. It would be a nice wooden interior with certain designs, along with a jukebox player in one of the corners. There would be a box of pizza lying on the table, and there would be a TV sitting there. Now, when he would then hear a deep voice as he would turn to see a man wearing a leather red jacket. He would have a hat over his eyes and his feet up on top of a desk that would have a few pictures on them. Nothing too specific. As Dante. Now, the reason he knows the name is Dante is because there is a nameplate on his desk. Plot armor, or plot convenience. I honestly kind of said that on accident, so I didn't really know what to do with that situation. Anyhow, Jonah would then say, what service do you provide in this building exactly? The man who would have the hat over his eyes would pull it from over his eyes as he would narrow his eyes slightly at Jonah. He would say, "That depends. Who are you?" Jonah would say, "My name is Jonathan Marr." Dante would go back to closing his eyes again. Jonathan Marr, huh? Well, for your information, we kill devils here, just because they cause a ruckus, though not for free. You have to pay money. Jonah would ponder this for a moment. I see. Are you looking for any... are you looking to hire anybody? Dante would peek an eye open, looking at Jonah. Dante would then say, "Maybe. Depends on how old you are." Jonah would say, "I'm 15. Dante would then say, "I see. Well, I suppose that'll work. I will have my assistant here explain to you all of the ins and outs of this job," as he would be smacked upside his head by a newspaper. A teenage girl at the height of 5'3", with blonde hair and blonde hair and blue eyes. Her name would be Patty. She would look at Jonah and say, "Hey, name's Patty. Nice to meet you. It might be nice having someone here other than Dante." No, this is where I'm going to be ending this because I don't feel well. This is about all I could get to manage out today. So maybe another time I'll upload. So I guess I'll see you all another time.